Welcome, Never-Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. And if you're tuning in for the first time, there's no coincidence that you are here. I have prepared a 45-minute Power Vinyasa Flow Yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we're going to move in and out of different variations of baby dancer pose. The message is about finding mindfulness in this modern life. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. So if you follow me at Never Better Yoga on Spotify and you want to use today's playlist, we're going to go ahead and press the start button all together right now. Then come with me. We're going to come right down onto our mats to start right in child's pose. So in this child's pose, let your knees go wide. Let your big toes track together. And then start to walk your upper body on down. Now, if it would serve you to keep your arms extended, so be it. If it's a better option to either rest your head on a block or even stack your fists with bent arms, that's also an option. But when you get there, in child's pose, go ahead and close your eyes. So just close your eyes down. Begin to let the breath move in and out through your nose, creating that small whisper of a sound. And the mind begins to slow. So whatever it took for you to get here today, just set that aside and draw right into this place, this space. Then as you lift your forehead up, walk your hands right off your mat over to the right side, drawing a nice line of energy on the left rib cage, all the way from your left pinky finger to your left pinky toe. Then lift back up, travel all the way over to the left side of your mat. Draw that same beautiful line of energy from the right side of your body, from your fingers to your toes. And then as you travel back to the center, before we begin to flow, today's practice is going to focus on learning to ride the waves. We can't stop the waves, but we can learn to ride them. So whatever waves you have going on in your life, perhaps that brings to mind an intention. It could be a wish or a prayer that you'd like to dedicate your practice today towards. We practice stilling from the inside out so we can ride the external waves that come upon us at any given time. So create that solid, stable platform from which we'll build our practice upon today. Then go ahead and open your eyes up. Come on to your hands and knees. Reach your right arm forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand. And then bend the right arm and drop your hips back, hips to heels. So rise up, making that circular motion, painting the ceiling, and dropping back down. Now keep that going, getting some mobility into the right shoulder, reaching, stretching, painting the ceiling with a flexed palm, dropping your hips to your heels. Open up and draw back down. So just a couple more. Soften the space very specifically around your eyes. Breathing in, lifting up, dropping back. Now on the next circular motion, I want you to hold up on top. Even take a peek at the left thumb. And then sneak dive it under to twist your child's pose, tenting the left finger pads, right temple down. Now you can stay right here and work the twist. If you would prefer, you also have the option to elevate the left leg. Maybe even reach the left arm up and back, either wrapping the top of the right thigh or even a bent left leg, left hand to left foot or shin. Release slowly, come back around onto hands and knees, all fours. Now find a little cat, round your back, tuck your chin, and then arch your back, dropping your belly, tilting your tail up, shifting your gaze up. So an arch. Now do that again. Exhale, round and hollow. Inhale, soften and melt. Just a couple more cats. If you look back in your cat and can see your feet or your shins, hide them behind your quads. Exhale, round and hollow. Push the earth away. Inhale, soften and melt. One last time. Exhale, pull your navel into your spine. Pull your belly in. Inhale, soften and melt. Now, neutralize your spine. Shift your hands right and left and start to trace a circular motion. So just bend the arms if it serves you and you want to even add a little bit of a head roll. You're just creating a little free form flow, a little saja movement. Continuing to let the breath flow, just like the waves do, in and out through your nose. Now reverse that direction, travel the circular motion in the opposite direction. The circles don't have to be super big, just make them full, make them complete. Then go ahead and solidify a neutral spine with your hands planted, knees and shins down. And you're going to take the left hand, reach it out in front, like you're going to shake somebody's hand, then reach it up on the circular motion as you drop your hips back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, you can keep that left arm bent if that serves you a little better. But open up to this day, this space, this place, breathing in and out through your nose. Ride the waves of your breath. Now, one more time, you're going to circle around, and then the next circle, you're going to hold up on top, stretching the left arm up, taking that dive underneath as you twist into your child's pose. The right finger pads are tented. Left arm sneaks under, left temple down. Now feel free to stay right here and work the twist. If you want more, you could lift your right leg up. You could either flare your toes out, flex the foot, point the toes, or floint the foot, which is in between a flex and a point. Possible bind or possible Chapasana connection. Right hand, right foot. Release it nice and slow and controlled. Come back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands right up your thighs. So you're going to sit on your heels, hips to heels at the back of your mat. Now roll your shoulders up and around. Stretch your feet out. Roll the shoulders, shrug them forward and back. Now reach the body a little bit forward when you shrug them and reach it a little back when you open up. Then lift up off the heels, point your toes and keep the shoulder rolls going. Then go ahead and sweep both arms up to the sky. Tee the arms on top like goalposts. Lace your hands behind your back. Let your index fingers go long. Retract your shoulders, hug your inner thighs in and look up. Hands to hips, hips to heels. Reach the arms forward. Rise back up, hands and knees, shoulders over the wrists. Go chin, chest, belly, scoop down, prone. Stretch your arms out to the sides to a T. Bend the right leg. Pull the right arm in. Propel yourself up and over onto the left hip. Sweep the right arm up and back. Open the front body. Maybe you catch hand and foot. Maybe you use the right foot as a kickstand. Right arm sweeping back so it's a front body opening. Soften your face. Keep the breath flowing. Now come back onto your belly. Extend back into that T shape. Arms jet right out of your shoulders. Now left leg's going to bend. Left finger pads draw in. Propel yourself onto the right hip as the left arm sweeps up and back. Open the front body, breathe. Now, if you wanted more, you could always catch left hand into foot. Open up the heart. Shift back. This time, put your forearms down and lift the heart up. Sphinx pose. Now lower your chin back down. Do that again. Visualize your heart coming through the gateway of your arms as you lift up. Lower back down. Now perhaps baby seal. Let your hands reach out a little further forward. Extend your elbows and lift your heart up. So focusing on mindfulness. Being very aware of your breath. It's that mind-body connection. Lower back down. Now hands come right alongside your ribs. This time you're going to tuck your toes under, pop your hips up and back. Move yourself right into downward facing dog. Now in your down dog, pedal through your feet a little bit, shifting your heels side to side. So they're going to go to the right and then to the left. You can pivot on the balls of your feet, stretching out your side bodies, your calves, your Achilles tendon, making that solid connection with your Surya Hasta Sun hands. And then come back, pop both heels up at the same time. Shift into high plank asana, so high plank pose. Now you've got the option from lowering from high plank or let your knees come down and go chin, chest, belly again. Rise up, breathe in, cobra, heart lifts. Lower your chin back down, tuck your toes under, pop your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Pedal through your feet again. It's kind of like pedaling through a little taffy, or maybe even like walking through the sand. Listening to the waves of your breath. Learning to still from the inside out so we can ride the waves that come from the outside in. Pop your heels up, pull your belly in, shift back to high plank pose. Lower all the way down to your mat. Scoop your heart through the gateway of your arms. Maybe it's Urdhva Mukha, up dog, palms of hands, tops of feet. Exhale, dive your hips up and back, down dog. Now go ahead and lift your right leg up in your down dog. Pop your left heel up and bend the right leg as you turn open at the hip. As you keep drawing the left hip back, circle the right foot around your ankle and then reverse that direction. Now pull the right knee right up the center. Step the right foot in between your hands. Drop the left knee down. Offer your arms up. Breathe in. Anjaneyasana. So the back left hip flexor is opening up. Tee your arms on top. Now contract the upper body as you sweep up, open up on top, and circle around again. So breathe in and breathe out. Create that circular motion, just like the movement of the waves. The tide comes in, the tide goes out. So breathe in, lift up, and breathe out. Keep it going. One more time. The next time you're going to hold up top with teed arms, your hips dip, your gaze shifts high. Now frame the right leg. Draw the right hip back as you stack the left hip over the knee. Flare the toes out. Runner's stretch as you bow over the front leg. Now pull the right foot in. It's going to be bent. Tuck your left toes under. Float up to standing L shape at the top of your mat. So you could even look back and see your left pinky toe facing down. And you could even set a plate and balance it on your low back, on your sacrum. So that's a closed hip. Now we're going to point the left toes, open the hip up, and walk your hands over to the right, right off of your mat. Walk back to the center, square the hips up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Inhale, stretch it back long. Maybe your hands are on blocks. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale, stretch it back. Third time, hold. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards your nose. Set the left foot next to the right. Bend both knees, come to chair. Utkatasana, right at the top of your mat. Fierce pose, thunderbolt. Lighten your toes, draw your hips back. Now, hook your thumbs, index fingers together. Expand the front body as you extend your legs. Now, right hand, left wrist, side bend. Back to the center. Left hand, right wrist, lift up and over to the left. Now, back to the center. Dive right over your legs. Hinge, bend, and fold. Stay in the fold right at the top of your mat and heel toe your feet as far apart as you need to get your peace fingers around your big toes. Then physically pull them up on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, maybe try a variation of sneaking your arms inside your legs and pulling yourself together on the fold. Breathe. Now release the big toes, draw the heels in, toes out, Malasana right at the top of your mat. So hands to heart center, yoga squat. Now, can you put your thumbs right at your heart center? Let your forearms can triceps can kind of take your inner thighs and lift them as you lift up and out. Soften your gaze. Now, stand all the way up. Hook your thumbs, open the front body. Exhale, come back down. Feel the strength and the power of your legs. Inhale, rise back up, breathe in, open up to this day, this place. The way Gandhi puts it, one more time, rise up, hook your thumbs, open the front body. This time, as you set your hands down and bend your knees, you step or float back, taking your body through vinyasa. Maybe you step back to high plank. Always know you've got the option to go knees, chin, chest, belly, or lower back from high plank all the way down, or you could always go chaturanga, float back with those bent arms. When you come back to down dog, left leg lifts. Roll open at the hip, circle the left foot right around your ankle. Now reverse that direction. And then go ahead and draw the left knee right up the center line. Step the left foot up in between your hands. Dip the right knee down. Offer your arms up. Breathe in. Tee the arms on top. Breathe out. So Gandhi puts it this way. He says, your beliefs become your thoughts. Now create that wave. Exhaling and inhaling. Your thoughts turn into your words. Your words turn into your actions. Keep the circular wave going. Your actions turn into your habits. Your habits turn into your values. And ultimately, your values create your destiny. Now hold up on top with this V and let the arms bend, create the goalpost. Now frame the left leg, right hip stacks over the knee, left leg extends. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, dive over that left leg as you go into runner's stretch, really plugging the left femur bone right into the socket with that knowingness that we are not our thoughts. Now, pull the left leg in, let the left knee stack over the second and third toe, tuck the right toes under, and float up to that L-shaped pose at the top of your mat. Look back. Can you see the right pinky toe? Breathe. Now, open up that right hip. Point the toes, open up the hip. Walk your hands over to the left. Now, that same long line of energy from the right pinky finger to the right pinky toe. Breathe into it. Now, come back to the center, to that L shape. Draw the right knee in towards your nose. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, draw it back in. Use your core. Inhale, stretch it. Use your breath. Exhale, draw it in. Set the right foot next to the left. Chair pose. From chair, stand tall. Open the front body. This time, set it down as you hinge, bend, and fold. Go right through Vinyasa flow. Your style, your choice. Inhale and lengthen. Either step back, high plank, float back, chaturanga. Always no knees, chin, chest, belly is an option. Scooping your heart through the gateway of your arms. Meeting back in down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now lift your right leg up, roll open at the hip. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, stretch the right leg back, long, straight, and strong. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, stretch it up and back, roll open at the hip. Right knee to nose. Go ahead and step it right up for high crescent lunge. Come on up. Breathe. From your crescent, float forward, L shape pose. From your L shape, sit into chair. Utkatasana. Now hold up in chair. Utkatasana, draw the hips back. Lighten up the toes. Draw the hips back. Pull your hands to the center of your heart. Now twist it out. Left upper arm outside the right front thigh. Breathe. Now looking down at the right big toe, pull the left heel in. Stretch the left leg back. Let it land. Twisted crescent. Now open it up, warrior two. Bring it up and around. There you go. Flip the right palm, reverse. Straighten the right leg. Pull up the right toes. Left hand, right wrist. Assist up and back. Pivot to a side bend. Pivot to the back of your mat. Devotional warrior, sweep and bow down. Right hand lands down. Modified revolve lunge, back of the house. Right knee dips. Right arm comes up. Left hand behind the right, arc up and back. Windmill it out, warrior two, back of the house. Stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Warrior two, front of the house. Breathe. Toss that ball, peaceful, reach up and back. Windmill your hands down. Move your body through vinyasa. Offer the heart up on the inhale. Exhale, dive your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Smooth out your breath. Samavriti. So the psychological studies show that our thoughts, our emotions, that they have a length, they have a lifespan of 90 seconds. 90 seconds. Whew! If we can learn to pause in that 90-second space from whatever stimulus it is that creates the emotion or the thought or the response, if we can pause before we respond. That's living mindfully, making a choice in that space of how we're going to respond. Lift your left leg up, roll open at the hip. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, stretch the left leg back, long, straight, and strong. Left knee, right tricep, work your oblique. Stretch the left leg up and back, roll open at the hip. Left knee to nose, let your back be rounded, let your chin be tucked, let the left thigh pull in as the left heel draws up. Step the left foot forward, high lunge, crescent lunge, breathe in. Your legs are on tracks of train. Breathe in. Now shift forward, balancing on the left leg, standing L shape. Right foot joins the left. Utkatasana chair pose, top of the house. Collect your hands at heart center. Wring it out, right upper arm outside the left front thigh. Pull the right hip back. It wants to jet forward. Look down at the left big toe. Pull the right heel in. Stretch the right leg back. Now let it land. Use that right tricep to create that twist. Maybe you expand open from high to low. Stacking your shoulders. Nice and slow, root down through the outer edge of the right foot. Unravel yourself into the second warrior. Flip the left palm for peace. Straighten your left leg. Pull your left toes up. Let your right hand capture your left wrist. Assist yourself up and back. Pivot to a side bend. Pivot to the back of the house. Devotional warrior. Right knee tracks over the second and third toe. Sweep your wings back. Bow your head down. Now, left hand down, left knee lowers, rise up, right hand behind the left, exalt it. Now, windmill around, second warrior, back of the house. Turn it into stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Second warrior, front of the house. Breathe. Steady your gaze. Flip the left palm for peace. Let that peace begin with you. Pinwheel your hands down. Move your body through vinyasa. Inhaling on the rise. Exhaling up and back. Down dog. Right leg lifts. Roll open at the hip. Exhale, inner knee, upper tricep. Inhale, shoot the right leg back. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Inhale, shoot the right leg up and back. Roll open at the hips. Stay or flip inside out for wild thing. Bring it back around. Kiss your right kneecap, but pause. There's so much power in pause. Step the right leg forward. Rise up. You've been here. High lunge. Come on up. You've got it. You've got it. Float up. Standing L shape. Balancing on the right leg. Left leg joins the right. Chair pose, top of the house. Hands to heart center. Wring it out. Left upper arm outside that right front thigh. Look down at the right big toe. Left heel comes in. Stretch it back. Twisted crescent. Maybe staying. Maybe opening. maybe taking the mind. Up and around, second warrior. Flip the right palm, straighten the right leg. Left hand, right wrist, right heel digs in. Spin to a side bend, back of the house. Brush and sweep, devotional warrior, or humble if you want to lace your hands and bow down. Being humble, not thinking less of yourself, but thinking about yourself less. Whoo! Now, peel the right heel off, left arm lifts. Modified revolved lunge. Drop the right knee and lift the right arm up. Left hand behind the right hamstring. Exalt it up and back. Create a windmill, second warrior, back of the house. Turn it into stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up, breathe. Second warrior, front of the house. Flip the right palm for peace. And then take your body through that vinyasa flow. Emptying your breath. Inhaling on the rise up. Exhaling up and back. Down dog. Left leg takes a lift. One breath, one move. Open up at the hip. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Get it way up high. Inhale, stretch your left leg long, straight and strong. Left knee, right tricep. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Now you can stay right here with a bent left leg. But if you want to flip, right shoulder over the wrist, right leg goes long, left heel elevates up. Wild thing. Left arm lifts. Bring it around. You're going to kiss your left kneecap. Step it forward, crescent lunge. Rise up. Hug the sole of the left foot toward the right foot to draw into your own center. Float up, L shape. You've been here. Take a sneak peek at the right pinky toe. Is it facing down? Right foot joins the left. Chair pose. Hands draw into the center of your heart. Wring it out and twist. Right upper arm on the outside of the left front thigh. Pull the right heel in. Stretch the right leg back. Twisted crescent. Open up. You know, they say that we take in more information from all the social media platforms, all the news. We ingest more information in 1 week than people who lived 100 years ago did in a lifetime. Second warrior. Can you imagine? Flip the left palm for peace. We aren't meant to ingest all that info. Right hand, left wrist, pull the left toes up. So you got to guard your heart. Pivot to a side bend with wide leggeds. Pivot to the back of the house. Brush and sweep. Perhaps you want to humbleize your warrior. Lace your hands and then dive down where the left foot would be if it were there. Give up the need to be right, the need to be first. Modified revolved lunge. Dip the left knee, reach the right arm back, rise up. Right hand behind the left hamstring, arc up and back. Windmill your arms around, warrior two, back of the house. Turn it into stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Second warrior to the front of the house. Toss that ball up and back, reverse, peaceful. This time, pinwheel your hands. Hop to the top of your mat, coming back to chair. Fingertips right alongside your feet. Left hand, left hip. Right hand, right shin. Stand. Or peace fingers around the right big toe. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, left arm lifts. Open up, variation B. Now pull the right knee in, knee to knee. Flip the right hand on the big toe side. Baby dancer. Left arm forward, right leg lifts. Turn it into chair. Whew. Fingertips alongside your feet. Bring it on home. Right hand, right hip, left hand, left shin. Stand tall. Maybe it's peace fingers around the big toe. Steady your gaze. It's called drishti, steady from the inside out. We quiet the waves within so we can ride the waves without. Bring the left leg in. Knee to knee, slip the left hand on the big toe side. Baby dancer, right arm forward, left leg lifts. Release it back into chair. Beautiful options. Reach your arm forward, tailbone back, half a chair. Come all the way onto your back, capture your shins, and just do a little gentle back and forth roll. Yeah, just a little free massage, and then pull your feet in, inch your sit bones back, walk your hands forward. Butterfly as you fold. Walk your hands back. Left leg is going to stay bent. Right leg goes long. So adjust your sits bones, waistband over the right leg. Flex your foot, toes, flare, rotate, and fold over the right leg. Janu Shirshasana. Maybe right forearm comes in. Left arm up and over. Reach the left hand back behind the left sit bone. Rise up on the left knee and shin. Right arm up and overhead as you send your hips forward and open your heart. Breathe. Super controlled, super slow. Sit back down. Reverse it. Sole of right foot in toward the left inner thigh. Left thigh bone presses down. You might have to adjust your seat. Elevate your arms up. Rotate toward the left leg. Fold on down. Lengthen your spine. If you want more, left arm slips inside, palm up, forearm down. Right arm up and over. Now, right hand lands behind your right sit bone. Rise up on the right knee and shin. Outer edge of left foot roots down. Stretch open, breathe. Now, come back around. You're going to go ahead and let your feet plant at the width of your hips and lower onto your back. Palms down. Pull your heels in, head down, feet planted, press your hips skyward. Setu Bandha, bridge pose. Breathe. Lower back down. Levitate your legs long. Let your palms Face up toward the sky, up toward the heavens. Breathe. So just lay your entire body down for Shavasana. How do we tap in to mindfulness in this modern world we live in? Just have that knowingness that as we create stability within, as we build our house on solid foundations, that we will be able to ride the waves that come upon us from the external world. Not being swayed, but being stable, being steady, being mindful of being here and now rather than nowhere. So I invite you to turn the video off. If you could stay right here for maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and just bask in santosha, contentment. I know we will reconnect again. But if you're coming with me, just invite movement back into your fingers and your toes, your hastas and your padas. And then as you bend your knees, just make that transition, that shift over onto your side. Using your right arm as a pillow. Then bringing yourself back into your day as you use your hands, your forearms to rise up to a comfortable seat. Crisscross if that is accessible, or maybe legs extended out in front. And then spread your hands, your Surya Hasta sun hands wide. Carry up the gifts, the graces, and the blessings that give us the ability to be mindful in this modern world. As you pull your hands to heart center along with your purpose, seal in that peace, that love, that joy that you can then share. Let's all look up and finish off with one Om to home. Sip your breath in. Om. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.